last year Romain was the king of the mountain
turn that off.
with the
Turn the volume up over here. And let me get the laptop set up. Oh. All right, the laptop set up. See, see, I did some of the background. I gotta come in and do some of the paintbrush work. I gotta do the curve up and everything, and then I got a yellow line, the prick going down the street there. Do a little curve right there. Good morning, Brian. But today I'm going to face you downwards because today I'm going to show you guys how I do the cutting. We're going to start and see if I can get this set up good enough to. Right there on the car. So I'm going to cut the car out. Uh, we're going to cut the car out because I cut the car out in different sections to keep it right. Where's my? There it is. Exacto knife. So the car, we need to cut out a lot of different things. I can't do this and show you the picture at the same time. Okay, we'll do it like this. We're going to cut the whole car out first. I pick a spot on here. Um, we're going to go across the roof of the car first, or go from the back here. When you're cutting these out, um, cut them out as straight as possible, but you mainly you don't on here. You see, I'll bring it up to you closer. Uh, See, you got little things like this on the side of the picture. You have little things like that. You don't have to worry about that. Even in the back part, you don't have to worry about you stay away from that. I'm gonna go around the gas cap there. But some things you don't have to worry about when you're cutting out. You're mainly going after the colors of the different things in that. But you want to get the whole car cut out, and you think about different things that you're going to be painting the color of the car. So if I show you over here of the car, now you see the car, the main things I want is the color and everything. This doesn't matter that it's going to be, I'll go ahead and paint that the same color there. But right now, I just want to get the color that I'm going to shoot first on this is going to be a yellow. So I'll shoot the yellow around, and then I'll come around with like a orange in a way, and then I'll come around a little bit darker, dust it a little bit darker later on. But like the fins and all that, I'm not too concerned about that because those are going to be like brush marks, even the same way with going up on making my body lines. They might be a little bit of brushwork there, but each section I want to have it. I'm going to try to cut them out too, like the fender there, the fender there, and I might just go ahead and just do the fender and part of the running board, and over here this fender with that. I'll try to divide it up into sections in a way as I'm cutting it out. So this is where it takes the most time of doing different things. Yeah, I went to a car show and tried selling some of my paintings. I didn't really try. I didn't put no price on it. When I was at the car show with some of them, I just put a bunch of them up on the glass of my car, which the car wasn't part of the show or anything. But it it varies. Some people just want to. They see your work. You just got to. As you keep going back, you get your. If you keep going back, and people start seeing it, and then they start asking questions, and that's the best thing is when, for me, is when people ask questions, and because I could tell them different things and what I could do and that. So that helps when you go to them shows and that. And you could tell them how just talk to them. I had one person that came up. They want they wanted me to paint their car in a different color. Now I said, well, I gotta take the pictures. I gotta do all this other stuff and that. And I told them the price, and then I gave them my phone number, and they might have called me, but when I'm at work, I don't answer my phone, so I just got to get back to the car show, and I haven't been back since. But I'll end up, when I retire, is go to the car show more often, and they have that every Friday night. So we'll do that. I'll do that later on and see. Now this is another guy I know. This is his car, so I'm going to do his car, and we'll see what happens. but I don't know what kind of price to give him or anything. But he's got a car that he wants me to paint a, a clover on, on it. But we'll get there. One day we'll get there. I'm not in no hurry. Like I said, I'm just doing it right now. Did I do this already? I can't remember if I cut that already. Yeah, I did. I have to watch myself. I just cleaned that area here in my room. I got some stuff I'm selling. Uh, One thing is electronic chessboard. All the pieces are there. Another thing is a drone with a camera. It's, and then I got a bunch of plaques with different sayings. Like the one is footprint, and couple couple different things like that. There's a painting, couple odds and ends that I don't really mess with anymore. See, I'm cutting the whole car out, but like I said, uh, it's just right now I'm cutting the whole thing out so I could then I'll cut it up some more. I'm just shorten the paper up. And I'll use this when I cut the whole car out. I'm going to use the whole thing to cover up the background that I do have on the painting so far. And some of the stuff that it might be undercut or overcut. It doesn't matter right now because I could go around with the paintbrush and tighten everything up. And in some areas, you might come over and get do a little bit of airbrushing close to that area. And then you can tighten it up even more. It's just cut it. If you undercut, if you undercut or overcut, just think about it. And you could come around with your paintbrush and tighten them areas up. Good morning, Kyle. And now we're getting to the part where because yesterday I did the live feed and that, and I didn't have nobody on here, but that didn't matter. Um, I started the background and that on this painting just to knock it out, get it done. Uh, I'm not next week, or not for you guys, for me at work, might be my last work week because the following week I'm only going to work Monday and Tuesday. So we're gonna do this whole thing. We're just tracing the whole thing. I'll divide it up later on. I'm gonna I'm cutting the shadow out at the same time. Even though I already got the shadow in a way that I want it. Today, today's I'm just going to be more about getting this all cut out and everything. It's a lot of work that goes into doing these paintings. Of course, you all know that. Most of you all know it. Yeah, next week I got to work the whole week. And it's supposed to be a hummer. It's going to be hot. And they're calling in the triple digits. And go figure, my last weeks are going to be in the triple digits. Yeah, I do have most of that. I'm going to do, if you see it here, trying to decide if I want to just go ahead and go on down here. Just, yeah, we'll do that. I'll just cut this all off. Now this definitely got to be my template. Yeah, I can't. I'm looking forward to retiring in a way. I don't have to work in the heat. Probably get a different kind of sleep schedule. Um, Thinking about changing my times for live feed. I'm It's not cut good. Yeah, that's and Brian, that's probably about the same price as I would, and then in a way, some of them ain't gonna. I think they look so good that I don't I don't know what kind of prices I'll put on my paintings. It's just I ain't gonna give them away yet. All right, that's one part. So what we do here, I'm just gonna put this up here. Just put it up there for a minute. Make sure everything lines up just as good as I want. Good. I'll put the magnet on there. Uh, I know I don't have the camera facing what I got on the picture up there, but just basically to get this piece up there. This helps me line up to cover up the background and that. So, because I know I did put this, I put the car on the painting on an angle, so I had to have it lined up on that angle. Like that, like that. Now I have the painting on there, the background's all covered up. Put a couple magnets on here. I know you guys can't see it. There. Alright, now we'll take this back off of there. Now we have this back down here. Now it's just a car down here. Um, we're going to be flopping it back and forth. Alright, now it's all about dividing and conquering of each part on this car. The first thing I want to do, I'm all right with my windows. I could take that out right now, and then I could take the top off of it and just go ahead and put that up there. I think that's what we'll do. Even though on here, okay, you guys see it. We could zoom you in a little bit down here. I'll zoom you in a little bit. I'll push that way. Get you zoomed in. Push it up a little bit higher. There you go. So you can see around here. This is the top. So around the top part, that's black. So I'm gonna cut that out. And here, it does make like a square, but that's all right. I'm gonna, as I come around, I'll do the square part of it. But we'll cut the top out. It's got a hinge right there. I ain't worried about the hinge right yet. But the visor and that's black. This area is white. We could hit that. We could touch that with a paintbrush. But the top part black. And over here, there's a little tiny bit. It's the color of the truck or the vehicle. Um, I'm not going to worry about that right now, but we're going to go ahead and we'll cut. I want to, yeah, I'm going to, right now we'll just cut the whole thing out. The glass, we'll cut that out too at the same time. We'll do the top and all this at the same time. And later on, I got to go ahead and piece all this out to have the glass all cut up. Cut that out later. And that's the same thing. I'll cut the whole glass out here. Um, we'll still cut the mirror out, or we'll cut the glass and the mirror at the same time. I'm just going to circle down. We'll get the mirror right out at the same time. And then this glass will cut out. I want to have, like I said, I want to have just the body of the truck or the vehicle right now. This is my main goal, is get all this cut out, and then we'll just keep doing it piece by piece. Today, like I said, today is going to be more about just getting all this stuff cut out and ready to go for when I the setup for my paint. The whole goal is just to set it up. You guys still see what I'm doing? Do I need to zoom back out? See, I keep losing myself. If I don't have it sitting this way, I don't. Alright, we want to get the black. Let's face it this way. See, I face it this way because you gotta see it better when I'm that way. Let's go down. Bring it down a little bit, like that. Alright. And when I tilt it up, it's hard for you guys to see, so we'll do it this way. I have to tilt it up. Let's move it up higher that way. Right there. All right. Looking at it, I'm going to go right to here. I'll probably be adding, well, I know I'll be adding some of these lines a little bit later. The black is the easy thing to fix a lot of things. Come down to right about there, and we'll do that off. There. So like I said, I want to go ahead and get it there. So we're going to go ahead and grab the windshield and everything. Look up my painting or my copy. Go there. Take this down. That's curves a little bit, so we'll go there. I don't know what I got there. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay. So now we'll come across here. I don't know why that's must be a reflection right here. So we ain't gonna worry about it too much. And we're gonna cut it right off. There. So that's the top piece. So let's put that up here. Get a magnet, put that up there. This part here where we're doing, uh, it gets a lot of magnets. It'll get a lot of magnets. As you, as you can see, as I'm cutting things off, I'm putting, let's go up here. You can see where I'm adding it back on the picture. So I cut that top off, I put it back up there. Now come back down here. We get some more to cut off. Alright, now we're going to cut these glass off. This is going to be the tricky part in a way. I'm going to cut these glass out and put them up there, up top there. So, do this. Because later on, like I say, later on, I'm going to have to cut all of them out to go ahead and darken up inside here. Um, even had to cut that out all the way. So, like I say, this is where the color of the car is. I put my finger on it so that I'm trying to cut, but I don't want the pieces to slide as I'm cutting. Yeah, this piece should come right off of there. Then you got it's best you should hold it down and then pull that loose. So we're gonna set this up here for now. Over. We'll set it right here for now. Now I gotta do the same thing with this glass. So now it's even more of a challenge because I do have a piece out. And it's gonna be slightly skinny there, not real skinny. Like I said, I'm gonna take part of the mirror or save the mirror a little bit. There. Now we're going to try to.
With over 200 million drivers, you've done more than make Ford America's all-time best-selling auto brand. Your purchases have enabled Ford and Ford dealers to donate billions to help build and rebuild communities. This June, buy a Ford vehicle and help celebrate an important
Now come across the top.
That's Ford building together. Ford Motor Company. From America, for America. To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance. The attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
So that's that window. Doesn't matter. It's all about just keep cutting away.
When you're set with a date, your life could expire. You know, you're living borrowed time. Everything gets a sense of urgency.
Now, if you see on here, this is the exhaust coming across there. I'm going to go ahead. We'll cut the whole thing. It'll be black around there. Um, yeah, because I do got this is color going down this. So I'm gonna cut that black going down there. We're gonna save the tires for now. Come straight across. Come here. Still can't figure out what this thing is there. We're gonna cut that out. It kind of looks like it has the same thing over here in a way. So you got this here, but then you got this over here. I could go with the yellow on both of them at the same time. I'll just cut it out. I'm gonna go black right there. And we'll go, this is the color of the vehicle also. I got the color of the vehicle going here. Uh, this is a bar. It's a bar going over there. I don't know why the pictures look so messed up there. Oh, there's a turn signal light right in there. So that's why that looks like that. And then it's a turn signal over here. I think I might just cut that all out and I'll put that in. I'll let that go. But the grill, I think all the grill and that I'm going to cut out all that. The These lights on the back part of them, they are gray for some reason. They ain't the color of the vehicle. That's the, like I said, it's a tricky part in a way, in a way it isn't. But you're trying to set yourself up to where you could spray your color. I think we'll do that. And then I gotta cut all, like I said, I gotta cut these different. I'm gonna divide these up into sections. I have to divide them up into sections because of the way the color is up on the car. I guess you would call that a copper color in a way.
But at the same time, he's just been a cool, calm customer. Just continue to prepare, learn, and get better week in and week
I just don't like it. I have to put the magnet. You don't like certain areas, but you have to just deal with it and go on. So we got to put some magnet here. You guys don't see where I'm putting the magnets at. Because just that one little area gets a magnet. I'm gonna put a slide this magnet up there. Slide that there. That there. Alright, now back down to this. This gonna be a tight area to cut out.
This Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy edges. The tear is so much better. I'm starting to get teary away.
Designed with smooth tear edges, Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy perforations that tear so much better for a smooth, more enjoyable go. Plus, it has more cushion and softness than ordinary squares.
I don't have it far enough forward.
Try Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear, voted #1 product of the year.
There are many ways to dress your McDonald's hot, crispy fries. But which is best? Is it with ketchup? Sweet and sour? Dare I say, au natural?
When investing leads to questions, JP Morgan Wealth Management has powerful tools, research from expert analysts, and a single view of your banking and investing accounts right in the Chase mobile app. When you want to take control of your financial future, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
We're Dutch. We've helped thousands of pets get affordable care, and pet parents like you love us. Dutch.com offers personalized treatment plans and medications for the care your pet needs when they need it.
What about multiple pets?
At Dutch.com, you get virtual care for up to 5 pets. No pharmacy trips needed. No more waiting rooms. No more expensive vet visits. Give your entire fur family a year of care for less than $100. Visit Dutch.com today.
Each step that you doing paintings of cars, you have to do stuff like this.
What's even in this stuff? We tried wet food, which is basically cannabis food. I found small. They make high quality, fresh pet food.
This is where it takes more time
Importantly, Oscar loves it. He's at a healthier weight. He's much
to
more
do a painting because
and even his friends is better. And
you have these
he loves
steps.
the box too.
At least for me, it takes more time to do these cutouts. I mean, I could, if I get my Cameo up and going, the Cameo 4, then this will knock some of the time down for me.
stat. He started 25th or lower only 4 times in 25 years of his career. 2 of those this season. That's a weird stat.
But until then, this is what I have to do.
It's only been a few times that he's been that far down. Now, I'm going to throw in a little bit of a caveat here. You say 25th or worse. We haven't had more than 25 cars that often in his 20-plus year career in IndyCar. But I just got to throw that out there because I feel like it's doing our man a slight disservice, not giving the full.
I mean, even though this is more work, I'm all right with it.
Weird stats. I think his average qualifying over his career is something like 7.7 or something insane like that. So even for
Now, I need this piece to stay there. I'm gonna do, yeah, we're gonna do this. Alright, let me move the car up there. This could be a tricky part. Because it's a thin area there. And then we come down to the fender, scooping over here.
Now, you just came from pit lane. Do you have any indication right now what's going on with the soft tire? Because I'm guessing guys are in 8 to 10 laps at this point now on the softs, and I just wonder how they're hanging on.
They seem to be hanging on better than what most people, at least at Road America, what has traditionally been a very black-dominated hard tyre race. The Reds are hanging on. I don't know whether it's to do with this track temperature, which is very unusual. I mean, this is the warmest I've ever been at Road America by far.
One of the crazy things about that, as you know, is it turns out that red tires are preferred. Now everybody's like, oh wait, we already used all of our reds, most of them at least in qualifying, and we leaned on them hard, so we can't get those back.
So we'll go up here. We're going to paint all this orange. Then we're going to go around the light. This chrome goes around the light. Even though this is gray, we're going to... no. I'm going to go there. That light's going to be gray a little bit. So we go there. There. That's the top of the chrome in that. Top of the grill, I mean. Now we're getting to the hood. And the radiator cap gonna come off also. I ain't gonna like that too much.
So as much as you think you know, you really don't know if you're one of these teams right now until you're really in the heat of the battle.
Alright, it doesn't.
Guys, we do know how Penske victory this year, because we already had 2 winners this year with Malone and Kirkwood. Is this the day they can turn it around? They locked out the podium last year. Yes, I mean it could be the day. Anything can happen in IndyCar, especially with Team Penske. That team is so good at pit lane. As Thompson said, that's going to be so key today. Scotty Mack's got those extra tires. We know that Newgard knows how to get it down here. Power knows how to get it down here.
Alright, I need to take this light off. Take this light off. And we're going to divide this up. I'll cut this light off for now. We're going to go down here. We're going to cut this light off of it. Headlight.
Rookie on pole, things got a little stacked up, tons of contact the first 3 rows. Palou needs to survive the first corner to do what he does best.
All right, that headlight is, that's got to be set aside.
Someone runs a little bit wide, and then everything transpires behind. Thanks so much, Jack. Thank you, Townsend. Thank you.
Now,
Lovely little wooden trophy by Jack. That's going to be given to the winner so that you can't see it. We're now watching the pit lane. We will be back for the race, but first, it's in next on FS1.
now we're gonna cut this fender out.
We cannot wait for it. We'll see you there.
Have it come straight on down.
70 years ago, a new racetrack opened its gates. Located at Alcott Lake in northwest Sheboygan, it has changed little in its 7 decades.
Gonna go over
One mess with perfection. This is a road course, as road courses will
this
always
area.
attempt to be. Fast and flowing. A challenge created by the contours of nature. And it's
Go
the best
here.
to come out on top. Mario Andretti took 5 wins. His son Michael and the great Emerson Fittipaldi, 3 each. They don't make tracks like this anymore. But drivers, you better believe they still do. The great champions of today have all won here twice.
There. So I should be able to.
But the last 2 wins of this season, both won by the coming man. Don't call him a street race specialist.
All right, we need that. Now, hopefully,
And only a mentioned road course.
we're gonna go ahead and just.
It's the Midwest
Just
season
snap
for
this
Indy
off.
Start summer and a driver in fan favorite Road America in Wisconsin. And now
That'll
it's
be
time
a
to set the grid.
complete
Top
separate
two
part,
championship,
and this
Dennis
is a
Hauser and
complete
Lucky Lewis
separate
have been
part.
quick. But Brazilian Kyle Collette from HMD has been the fastest all weekend. It's time to qualify.
All right, so we got it set up like that.
IndyCar weekend from Road America continues. This is the top step of the development ladder. Future IndyCar drivers. It's Indy next by
They already
Firestone.
did the
2 practices
qualify.
complete. Now the grid is set for tomorrow morning's race. Normally, the field is split into 2 groups for 12-minute sessions, but this track is over 4 miles long. It is a long lap, so an extra 3 minutes available. Each group earns a point.
That
Fastest
starts
in
at
the group
11.
guaranteed to start on the front row. Fastest overall brings their group with them for the evens, first, third, and so on. And we're already underway. Thanks for joining us. His Porsche GT3 Cup car number 99, Hella Good, and again, great chat always. And we talked to him on the top of the mountain the other day, and I'm sure he'll be there.
They haven't started Pikes Peak yet. Look like cold. The guys got coats on.
Here for a start time roughly around the top of the hour. Once again, we were planning on starting about 1 hour ago, but as we've said all morning, the mountain decides when we can go, and once the course is clear, then we'll be ready to rip for the 100th running of the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. Kyle Heyer joined by Ash Vandelay. We're so excited to kick things off here in just a short time, but before we continue with pre-event coverage, we're going to step away to break for just a moment from the 103rd running
Black.
of the Baltimore Pikes
Let me
Peak
go ahead
International
and
Hill
do
Climb,
this.
presented by Gran Turismo. Coverage of the Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb presented by Gran Turismo is brought to you by Colorado Springs Sports Corporation, where sport meets community. The
I
Colorado
should
Springs
always
Airport
do
is the
that,
official
and I
airport
didn't
of
do
the
it
Pikes
on
Peak
this
Hill
one.
Climb. More flights, more fun. And Ford Performance, the love of racing. It's in every Ford.
Now the volume goes up. All right. Now, let's see if I could do this right. All right. So I have all the pieces there. Now we're going to transfer them up to here. And let's zoom. Yeah. Just like that. And I want you to see the car. Zoom it out. Can I zoom it out more? Nope. Oh, no. There you go. There you go. Now we got it set. Now it's time to put the pieces together. All right. So start with this one. Let's start with the bottom piece. There. Take a round one. Do one of these here. This one down there like that. That fits good there. Fits good there. Put that one there. I'm gonna move this one. Man, I got my fingernails cut. You need fingernails when you move magnets around. Have that there. All right. Oh, I need the magnet to hold that there. I need this piece. I want this piece to go up here because I want to do the. This is where my paint's going to be on this piece mostly. And we could take some big ones right now. I'll take that, put there, put that there. All right. Now we want to do. I ain't worried about that yet. I'll put this glass in first. So we have that glass in. Let's take maybe one of these will fit there. Yeah. Right there. I'm going to do one more down the bottom. That way it keeps it tight there. Now we'll do the other glass. Put that there. Now we'll have that there. keep a round one in there. So that's that. Now over here, I need to put this up here. This has got to stay on here too. And I need it to line up good. Alright, so we'll take, this has got to stay on here. So since this has got to stay on here, I want this magnet to tighten down right in this area to hold that. And I'm going to need a magnet to hold right there. And all this stays there. So we'll grab another one of these magnets, because this is where the fender's going to be. I'm going to take this magnet. We're going to move it right to there. Right there like that. That way, that holds that down. Now we got to put that headlight back up here. Now we got the headlight back up here. We'll put one of the round ones there. Up. There. There. So now we come in and we can take this off of there and this off of there, and it should release. Well, it's going to be kind of hard to release. So that's going to be your painted. Now I have this. This is going to be all the colors. So you have both of them. That's even got the shadow on it. I'm not concerned about the shadow and all that yet. We're going to paint it all yellow first. We'll paint the whole thing yellow, and then, like I say, I'm going to divide it up. What you see there, I'll divide the parts up. Now I got to divide each part up, but I could paint the whole thing yellow right now if I want. And we might just do that. We'll put some of the stuff off to the side. Oh, I have to get down here and fix this up. Like I said, later on I could touch some of this stuff up. I'll put another one right there. I like that being there. Keep that there like that. That's tight there. There. Let's grab a magnet. Put one here. You kind of go around, see what you think. You could never have enough magnets. I've been saying that for a while. down, put a magnet across there. Put that there, that tightens that area up. Slide this one down a little bit. Get one here. Gotta make sure I get in some of these crevices. There, like that part of the fender. Yeah, I think we're good. I think they're good there. So like I said, now I could spray the color, but like I said, I'm going to spray yellow first, and then we'll come in and we'll dust it up in the areas. That. I'll be right back, and we'll shoot some yellow on here. Maybe we'll shoot the white and then the yellow. We'll shoot the white, then the yellow. We got it. There goes the boys' room. Alright, let's move this a little bit. Get drinking my, move that. Now I'll move the whole thing. Yeah, okay, let's show you. Yeah, as you look at the picture, you can see like how some of these, it's like yellow there. So we're gonna spray the whole car, even in here, got like a yellow in it. I have, I'm gonna have to cut some of these out to get me to where I want to be on the reflection wise. It's like here. You can see the line going there. Can you see the line? See like a line going there. That's the reflection from the ground up. This is a reflection coming over to here on it. So you just trying to pick up some of the reflection. That's a really good highlight there. But we want to do try to keep your colors in these areas. So when you do it, you have that reflection. And back here, got like a little reflection of the yellow. Even though some of it darkens up as I put paint down, I'll just try to watch these areas, even over top of the fins and that when I go to darken it up. I'm going to divide up into sections, like I'll divide this into one section right there. And then I got to divide the fender because you can see how the fender goes darker right up in there. Same thing over here, goes darker, and then it gets light. Now on this side, you got the shadow from the light, so you have to think of that stuff like that. I'm gonna have to cut that out to get that reflection, and then the shadow right there to get that reflection. It's a lot of different little details that'll give you a reflection. Now you see, we got the reflection there of the ground, but we also got the reflection of the fender inside on that part. Here's like the reflection, but it's the reflection coming off the running board up to there. There's a hard reflection there. And it's some you could add in. I could take that out and still keep my reflection of the running board because I could see a line going there and then it goes across and up. So it's little things like that. You see a little white spot there. That is the chrome part of the mirror there. So it'll be a really faint line going up there for the mirror and that when I get to that. It's different things when you see the thing. But the main light color, you want to start from the light color out. So I just picking my battles in a way. Uh, it'll probably change as I'm going along too. So it's just a matter of the whole thing. I'm going to do, well, I'm doing the white first because I want the yellow to stand up. I want the yellow to stand out brighter than that. So I'll shoot the white first and then I'll shoot the yellow over top of it. Uh, but like I said, I want to divide the whole car up into different sections. Like all that'll be one section. The fender here be one section. The running board, I'll have that as a section. The black top or a black part on top of the running board, I'm not too concerned about that. I'll paint that the same color. That way I'll have all my lines going good. Uh, Same thing, I'll divide this running board up into a section. The quarter, we'll keep that into a section. And then the door. Then all the hinges and little things, door handle, and these other little lines we'll add in with the paintbrush. But it's choosing your battle on when you do it all. And it's fun. It's fun cutting it out. And then again, I mean, on it, to me, it seems like when you cut it out, instead of using the cameo, you see more. You get your eyes will focus more. If you have the cameo do your cutout and that, you're not. For me, it's taken away the focus of watching a lot of different things, looking at a lot of different things, taking my eyes away from seeing a lot of different things. That's got a more of a good shine right there, and that's got the reflection coming right there from that. But it seems weird that you can see the sun reflection going this way, going underneath the car, going that way. But I still get a reflection off this coming this way. So it's a reflection going one way and a reflection going another way. The house reflection is coming off. The side of the vehicle puts you different kinds of reflection. Even over here on the window here got a reflection. Poco, hi. Now I like some of your work you've been doing, Poco, too. I seen, what was it I seen the other day? I was watching some of it. You're doing really good. I love some of your stuff you're doing. This is, a buddy of me and my brother. This vehicle is the buddy of mine and his vehicle. I took the picture out in front of the house here. So now, like I said, I'm going to do the white first, and then I'm going to do the yellow. It's like it's got yellow in the vehicle, but I want to do the white so I can get the yellow to stand on something. And the picture that I took, this picture I took is with my phone, believe it or not. This is the what I gotta do. I almost forgot. I gotta cover up all that stuff on the side. Almost forgot to do that. Especially that side, especially this side over here. Always want to watch your sides, especially if you're getting paint close by. Um, this section here. Deep, 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 deep there. And always keep a lid on your paint. Doing good. The weather's getting hotter. Paco says, how's everybody doing? I should start doing that. Yeah, next week's be the last full week I do at work. Hopefully, everything goes good. Everything goes good. Next week will be the last full week, but it's going to be a week where it's 100 over in the 3-digit range. Get a figure. Yes, they said it'd be a hot day when I retire. This is Tim's airbrush, Paco. It's Extreme Patriot Aero 105. It's got where you can check your blood sugar needle on it. Check your blood sugar while you're painting. I do have what we're going to use next is going to be the H&S brush. I do have this one, yeah, the Evolution, the CR Plus. That one I've been liking a lot. Well, you have a good dinner. It's 11 o'clock here, Paco. 11 o'clock in the morning here. So if you're going out for dinner, what's the lottery number? So I could go play it real quick. Alright, you have fun, Paco. Thanks for stopping on by. Hit that like button. It helps. Alright, now we'll get the yellow going. Let that dry. think I'm going to make up some yellow in a cup because I'm going to be using that. I might use that later on also. That, give me a lid.
Kicker Performance Audio. For almost 50 years, we've been rocking the planet with our world-class products covering everything that drives you. Whether in your car, truck, boat, motorcycle, side-by-side, or even on your head. Kicker Performance Audio's passion for bringing you your favorite music like you've never heard it before is what drives us. So wherever you need us, Kicker Performance Audio will be there for you.
All right, let's get the right. Good, 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 good. Take that. Make sure. Always make sure you put your lid on your paint. Always make sure you put your lid back on your paint because 99% of the time when you drop something, it goes in the paint or knocks the paint over. 99% of the time. Always make sure you put a lid on that paint. I don't care what you drop. All right. That's cool when you divide it up into parts and that. You'll know where your highlight line's going to be for the color wise. So I'm going to spray this yellow on there, and then I'm just going to let it sit, and then I'm going to get back into cutting up the each part. So when I go to shoot the other color, the orange or whatever color I choose, I'm not sure. Might I might end up doing the crimson. Nah, the crimson ain't gonna be good. It's gonna be the orange. We'll shoot the orange, and then I'll mix something in with the orange. But I'll have a concoction made up. uh, Orange. I'll have orange, then red, a little real light red in a way to give it the copper look. But it's coming along really good. I'm really liking it. I like my background. My background's different from what's on the picture that I took. It's this air I'm shooting over everything. Let it keep drying down. I want this yellow to be just really bright. Well, thank you all for coming on by. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate all the people I have that subscribed to the channel and that. Love to get up to that 500 to 1,000 range of subscribers. Because we got all kinds of good stuff that we're going to be doing. I'm going to revisit, I have to revisit the butterfly skull. I'm going to have to revisit that. My next couple paintings are going to be very colorful. Very colorful. I still want to do that one on the glass. I want to do that one. I think I Might end up doing that one next. I'm not sure. That one on glass is going to be a little tricky, but we're going to try it. It's going to be a challenging one. And then I got Wilma and Betty going shopping. I'm gonna do that one. That's gonna be a fun one. There's so many different ones that I want to do, and then like I said, July the 4th is coming up. Uh, I don't know what's going to happen that weekend, the 4th of July weekend. I'm not sure. I know in the mornings might not happen. I'm not sure on that. Like if I do anything, it's going to be in the evenings. But I'm thinking about rescheduling my whole thing of doing Michael McClung's 53, 57. I might start scheduling different times. The two of them. And we might go for one with the night shift and one with the morning shift. I think this is going to be it for the yellow. I like the way it's looking. That's it. Just the air now. I think that's it. That's it for the yellow. Now we'll put that yellow off to the side. Let's put both of them off to the side. Now we'll come down. Now we'll mess with. We're gonna do some cutting again. Oh, I just unplugged my light. There we go. pulled, pulled it back too far. Pushing it back too far. Light goes out. But I gotta get back to the. We're gonna cut out each section of the vehicle now. And that's gonna take a while. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you over here. That down there. That out of the way for now. Okay, now I'm just like I said. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out each section of the vehicle, and that this fender I do not have to cut out each section. It's already done. But like I said, I'll cut that out. I'm going to cut some straight lines for the louvers. I'm going to try to put that in, but I'll cut each line out. We'll do the cowl, be a different section. We'll have the door. I'm going to do like the little sections there of the door. Quarter panel, I'll do the same thing. Uh, I'm not sure. We're going to try to figure something out for that. Uh, but we'll address it. And then the top of the door, around the top of the doors, I'll have like I think I might do it there. Have this line straight down and down. And then I'll do it from that line up for the other section. But I'll try to I'm gonna try to put like a cut right in there at that line. Now if I do it no, I'm gonna do this line down and then I'll try to put a little cut in this line and a little cut in this line. That way I could fold it up and fold it up and have this section a little different. And then I'll try to put a little cut in that line so I could fold two parts up and two parts up. So that way I'll have the line from here down, a line from here to there, and then a line from when I fold it even further from there up there. That way it gives me the step in a way when I do that. Same thing over here, I'll do the same thing. Try to have it all to where I can have the different shading of the color in that when you do it. The fins are going to be a little bit tricky. I've done that. I think I had the fins when I did the the vintage signs with the Volkswagen bus. I end up doing a little bit of brush work with that. And you can see on the fins, can you see there? Yeah. You see how some of the colors are in there and everything. So it's just a little tricky in a way. And then like I have to do when I go to do all the chrome and that and the wheels, I had to put my blue in. Blue's up top, even on top of the ring there. And you got the blue down the bottom of the headlight. Blue there, that blue there, a little bit of blue up top there. Then the blue's going to be on the bottom. So you got blue up top, but on your wheels, and that the blue's down the bottom. So it's keep fighting it back and forth. Then you do your line. You have your lines in the light too. I have like a line going there and a line going there. Then I got parallel lines going in the headlights. A lot of different steps. Even the same way with the mirror. The mirror's got all kinds of different things going on. But we're going to go ahead and do the blue up top, and then I'll do put a little bit of color on the bottom part of it. Stuff like that. And then it's got some of the stone going in between on the mirror. So that different thing. And I still got to go in. Like I said, I got to do the roof. Then I got the visor on the front. That's darker. Then that's lighter. So you have different things like that. I think what I'll do is like shoot the gray across the top, but it's going to be like a medium type gray, and then I'll take the eraser and try to rough texture the top, the roof, and that. But it's a lot of different steps like that you do on it and that. So it's coming along, and like I said, right now we'll get back to this was where I got to cut all these out and do the different things and that. And it even has two bolts there. I don't know what they hold the fender out and stuff like that. You can see down, like I said, you got the exhaust here, and I think it's the trailing arms right there, stuff like that. You see there. I can see the treads, so we will try to do the treads in with the paintbrush and stuff like that. A nice little project. Uh, you can see the fender here. Uh, you can see the fender here, what I cut out. You can see the shadow, and I'll have to do that up on that fender. But like I said, I'm going to do the colors, do the main color of the vehicle, and then I'll get into doing like the little shadows and stuff like that. Even with the radiator and stuff like that. So I might do the radiator and the fender shadows at the same time. But I still got a round thing there, and then I got the tag there. The tag we might leave blank, or we'll just put Ron on there, RON, personal tag. And then I'll try to put the Maryland part on there. But that's how she's coming along. Uh, like I said, thank you all for coming, and we'll be working on this the rest of the day. And I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. God bless you all. And go ahead and subscribe. Like I said, I need subscribers to the channel. I'd like to get to the 500 or 1,000 people. I'd like to get to that mark. And uh, I'll talk to you later. Like I said, I got a lot of other paintings coming up the line. We're going to do one on glass. So you could stick it in the window or something like that and have the sun reflection through it. And that's going to be a tricky one to do, but we're going to try it. It's a challenge for myself again. I always love challenging my artwork. All right. And y'all take it easy next week. Stay hydrated. It's going to be a hot one next week. Here in Maryland, we got 3 days of 100 degrees and then a couple more days where it feels like 100 and some odd degrees. So I'll see y'all later. Uh, bye.